My hand is semi-clean. I want to show you what's going on regarding changing the power steering. So, you know, I'm not a nice person to my car. My you know, it's not my mud guard thing down at the bottom was never in. And now I'm paying the price for it because when I'm crawling under the car to work under the car, all kind of dirt and stuff and is falling in my eyes. And fortunately, I got my glasses here, my safety glasses. But so what happened is, took out the air box, took out the air hose, right? Took those out. Like they say, you gotta suck out some of this from the top. Then disconnect the high pressure line. That's the one that's feeding it. Well, they say this is high pressure, but I don't see how it could be high pressure, whatever. This is the return line. This is the feed line. I don't think it's called high pressure. High pressure is down on the other side. Anyway, feed line, the O2 sensor. Actually move this out of the way a little bit. So there's a bolt holding that hard feed line into the pump. You got to take that screw off. There's a lot of stuff you got to take off, man. If you actually have your mud guards down at the bottom, you should take those off. The guys online I see, they didn't take off the mud guard, defender mud thing here, but I took mine off. I also took out my servotronic solenoid, which should go right here. It's here. Took out the servotronic solenoid with the Torx bit. Looks like this. Got some magnets in it, I guess. Anyhow, I took out this servotronic solenoid so that I could gain some. Ow! Shit! So I could gain some more access through here. Kind of loosened up the clamp that holds these two hoses here. This is the rack. That's the pump right there with that yellow thing on it. That yellow thing came on the unit when it was when I purchased it. Let me go get the old unit so you can see. So to remove, there's a nut on the bottom of the power steering pump. It's a 22 millimeter. Well, I found this on the street, I think, or maybe I bought it. It's a 22 millimeter to take off the big nut. They call it a banjo bolt. The nuts from the feed line, those are 10 millimeter, right? So I had to feed my extension through here to get it down. After I dropped it down, one of the how do I say it? Okay, so all the bolts don't come through the back of the power steering pump itself. That's the weird and I guess maybe the cool thing about it. All the bolts come from the transmission side, not behind the probably not part of the transmission, but it comes from the transmission side. There's a little part of the engine that sticks out that facilitates the sprocket or whatever for the power steering pump to connect to. So the power steering pump is installed like this. It's installed like this. You see the shaft? This is if you got a 4.2 FSI. It doesn't really apply to, it doesn't, hold on. You know what, I might have to take it back out because look, there's a gasket right here. Is this a gasket? And the gasket is not on the, yeah, it looks like I gotta take it out because I didn't put the gasket on. I just made garbage. Anyhow. So there's an 18 millimeter bolt that's close to the body of the car that comes in here, and then there's some Torx bits. I forgot what size they are. 10 millimeter, no, triple star. There's a 10 millimeter triple star at the top here, 10 millimeters triple star here. The top one is longer than the bottom one. And then the 18 millimeter regular metric bolt that comes from through the other side of the engine into here. Yeah, I think I'm gonna need to fix that, because if I don't put something inside of there, I'm gonna have a problem regarding leakage. And the unit that they sold me didn't come with a gasket, which is the sucky part about it. Or maybe I should just test it. If I do this, if I put this back in, if I put this thing back in without putting that gasket in there, I don't even think this gasket is gonna survive me pulling it out. I'm gonna pull it out and see if it survives, if it doesn't crumble and break apart because it's so brittle. Anyhow, the new unit is in there. It was so hard to get those 10 milli. Everything is hard. I did 5 hours yesterday, even with my mud flap not on there. Did 5 hours yesterday, and I'm already about an hour in right now. So let me go catch this piece of garbage that flew down the street before it pollutes the environment. So I'll be back. Oh, the Lord provides. So I took the gasket out that was in there, the O-ring out. Reusing the old O-ring, that's not a good thing to do. It's not a good thing to do, but that's all I got now. Audi dealership is closed on Sundays, and I don't have a ride to get over there. If I did get a ride over there, I'd have to take a cab, and it'll cost me, I don't know, it'll probably cost me $50 to do it. So this line is just a fillet, so I'm hoping that that'll be fine. I mean, I did a same lazy situation like that when I put my my oil cooler back in, and that wasn't a good recipe that was a recipe for disaster, because, oh, look at this. The drain line had a screw in it. So that's a good find. So the drill, what the heck am I saying? What am I saying? So the dealership is closed on Sundays. That time I had access to a car when I did that. What the heck am I saying? The oil cooler O-rings. So the oil cooler O-rings, eventually they were so flat they didn't hold, and then I started having a leak, and then I had to pull the whole thing apart and do the oil cooler O-rings all over again. And that was not that long ago. That was just, I don't know, 2 months ago. Anyhow, back to this thing. So on the side of it, there's the fill line, which I'm working on right now. I think my relief valve is stuck, so that's why the oil doesn't stay in. I don't know, because I don't know, you can't really see inside. I thought I could see inside. But the fill line here comes in right here. It has two 10 millimeter bolts is what I was trying to just put in. See that hole's coming in, that middle hole's coming down. Two 10 millimeter bolts. So those things I'm fishing through here. After I drop it down, I'm fishing it through here. So then what I'm gonna do is now pull it up. I'm gonna tighten them a little bit. Pull it up, put it into place. Then remove that plug for the banjo bolt and put the real banjo bolt in. That's just a thing that the guy who shipped it to me put in there. It's a company. And when I'm fishing it back up, what's gonna be hard to fish in is this thing here. Most people don't have the 4.2 anyway. They probably gave up on their 4.2. I have 200,000 something miles, 202,000 miles. Fishing this thing is kind of a little difficult. Oh, it's leaking. What's that sound? Oh, it has a spring in it. Okay. So fishing this up there is a little hard because the space I gotta push it up into, there's something here. So yeah, so it's gonna be a little, it's a little bit of a struggle to get it up there, but it's all right. It'll work. Then I gotta put in the two bolts from this side of the engine. Right? There's a big piece of something here. Bolt goes through that thing into this. Bolt goes to the thing going into this. Bolt screws through the transmission housing almost into this. I would call it a transmission housing. 18 millimeter bolt. Check out the videos of this guy online named Crank. This group of repair guys named Crank something. they're doing it. There's another bolt I had to remove just to get the metal part of these coolant hoses out of the way a little bit. That bolt is a triple star 10, another triple star 10. No, I'm sorry, it's a triple star 8. This is not really that important, but it's important because you got to get it out of the way. Like I said, I removed my servotronic solenoid out of the way. The guys online, they did not do that. I don't think they had a servotronic system on their vehicle. I showed you, whatever. I mean, servotronic, the only reason I know about the servotronic is because my power steering went out, so I started doing some research and I found out about it. Otherwise, I would have never known about it. I didn't even know the thing existed in there. But anyhow, now we're gonna go to the part that I didn't like, because I'm trying to make my neck thicker, but the amount of time I'm spending under here with my neck bent up, I think my neck just lost a lot of weight. So kind of hustling backwards regarding making my neck thicker, because I think I got a scrawny neck. So I'm working on that, doing some exercises. Anyhow, maybe you don't want to know about that. Maybe you did not ask, right? You didn't ask anything, but hey. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do next. Try to work on the bottom. The bottom is yeah. Pull this up a little bit, because it's like around here height, and see what I can do. Yeah. So, man, we're looking up right now. We're looking up. That greasy thing is where the banjo bolt is. So what happened was that little star-shaped shaft, you can't put it into the pump or into the train. I'm gonna call it the transmission. You can't put it up into its installation spot with it inside of it. So not exactly. So what you gotta do is bring the pump a little bit below this thing, then put the shaft in, then push the pump back, push it up, and then bring it forward towards this, I'm gonna call transmission thing. This is the back of it. The back of the car is this way. The front of the car is this way. This part is part of the engine here that sticks out, and the power steering pump goes into it. Oh my gosh. The old power steering pump has a spring in the middle that would have allowed me to keep the shaft back a little bit, slice it up, and then put it in. This one did not have a spring in the middle of it, so it was fixed. So I was like, what the heck, this is the wrong thing. I'm never gonna get it up there. So anyhow, so I dropped it down a little bit, pushed the spline piece inside, whatever that little shafting. Then it was able to go back and up and into the thing. So listen, man, if you got a helper, don't make that helper your friend, because your friendship is gonna be lost over working on this thing. You guys are gonna break up. If it's your wife or your girlfriend and she's helping you, don't do it. Just do it yourself, or don't. Matter of fact, don't. I don't even know, man. I don't even know what to tell you, man. Oh, I'm not on my jack stand, so I need to lower the. I need to bring the car up and put it on the jack stand. So I'm gonna do that too. I realized that when I took the car, put the car away last night, just tucked it away. I didn't put it back on this jack stand. I'm gonna do that. So yeah, man, you know, I don't know, man. This is very stressful. Anyhow, it's fun. I'm gonna have so much fun when I'm done. Hopefully it works. Hopefully it solves the problem. So now I'm gonna start putting the bolts back in. Now, one thing to mention is when you're working under these cars with you gotta work from over the suspension system and get around the suspension system, whether you're doing the starter or you're doing this power steering pump or anything in the back. You're gonna need the CV joint. I don't have a proper set of triple star, so it's held in by, I put a 13 millimeter and I just use this to sew it so it doesn't slip out. So to work over the transmission and the support frame and all that yada yada, you got to get around it with a multitude of angles and extension pieces and all kind of crazy stuff. I needed this 3/4 inch copper pipe for leverage, even though my handle for my cheap thing doesn't fit inside. I have another broken one here, my old, what's this, a Duralast? I think it's a Duralast. They're supposed to give me an unlimited warranty on this. I should be able to bring this back. Is this a Duralast? This is supposed to have an unlimited warranty. The handle broke off of it. I should be able to bring it back and get a new one. Anyhow, yeah. Make sure you got some extension pieces. Make sure you got some CVs. Of course, you gotta have your triple star, 10 and 8, at least. We just get crazy. Anyhow, yeah. So this whole time I was trying to invent. Okay, so got the power steering in now. Look, it's perfect now. It's wonderful. What's that sound? My neck is sore right now from holding my head up under the steering wheel. But anyhow, under the bottom of the car. But it was a pain really getting it in. I mean, it took me about 10 hours altogether. On a range of difficulty between the power steering pump and the starter, I would say that if you know what you're doing, if I'm knowing what I know now, it would still take me about 8 hours. Just wiggling it in and out. Yeah, it would still take me 8 hours. Now, regarding the starter, which is a big job, also, that might take me about 5 hours. When I did the starter, it took me 24 hours because I made so many mistakes regarding the wiring. I had to take it apart multiple times. I had to take things apart multiple times. So that's the reason why I had an issue with the starter. But the starter might take me 5 hours. I could do the starter in maybe 5 hours if I have everything that I need: some blocks, 2 jacks, everything necessary for the power steering pump. It would still take me about 8 hours. It's not. Yeah. So let me just quickly. There's not really much you're gonna see now. Put the wheel back on. Everything's back together for the most part. Put the Pinto Sin CHF 22 in there. See the fill line. I'm not getting any drips. Not getting any drips from that. I don't think so. I'm dripping, but I'm dripping oil somewhere. Somewhere I'm leaking oil. I don't know where now. But it usually leaks when the engine gets warm. But anyway, the power steering is working now. But I'm also suspecting that maybe I manipulated an engine harness right back there that made my solenoid start working. But I'm not gonna pull it apart to test the solenoid voltage to confirm whether I did that or not. I'm super tired from working on the car for almost 2 days straight. So I'm not even gonna check it. And that's really it. There's really not much to say. I got a bunch of codes that I need to clear.